Hello and welcome. Good evening, everyone. We're into match 40 of the Indian Premier League, and tonight's clash at the Ekana Stadium promises high drama. Lucknow Super Giants take on Delhi Capitals, both locked at 10 points, but with very contrasting narratives leading into the game. And of course, as we all know, all eyes will be on KL Rahul, returning to Lucknow for the first time since his exit, now in Delhi colours and facing his former team, one he captained for 3 seasons. So there's going to be a lot of emotions, there's going to be pressure, and pride will be at play when it comes to both sides. Joining me today is Shomik Chakraborty and Abhishek Mishra, who's joining us from outside of the Ekana Stadium. I'll go to Abhishek first. Abhishek, कैसा एटमॉस्फियर है? सबके दिमाग में एक ही सवाल चल रहा है कि ये गेम है केएल राहुल वर्सेस लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स.
Yeah, I mean, atmosphere is nice. Build up around 3 p.m. से start हो गया, but still that वैसा क्रेज आज दिख नहीं रहा जैसा बाकी के मैचेस में हुआ करता था. Maybe stadium is already sold out or the general ticket are sold out, but अभी जब बस आई तब काफी जमावड़ा दिखा और लोगों का काफी उत्साह दिखा. एंड आई हैड अ कन्वर्सेशन विद अ लॉट ऑफ एलएसजी फैंस जो एलएसजी की टी-शर्ट में थे या कुछ दिल्ली की टी-शर्ट में थे. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ देम का यही कहना है कि दैट हम राहुल को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं बट वी आर चेयरिंग फॉर द एलएसजी एज वेल. वी वांट लखनऊ टू विन बट समहाउ राहुल इज स्टिल इन आवर हार्ट. सो राहुल का जो क्रेज था लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स के फैंस के बीच में स्पेशली वो अभी कम नहीं हुआ है और शायद वो कम होते हुए दिखेगा भी नहीं. हो सकता है एलएसजी की टी शर्ट ज्यादा दिखेगी स्टेडियम में क्योंकि होम ग्राउंड है बट स्टिल जब राहुल चौका छक्का मारेंगे या वो अच्छे कैचेस लेंगे तो जो लाउड चीयर होगा वो उनके लिए भी होगा. तो अभी अगर देखा जाए तो भले ही ये बैटल है दोनों एक्स कैप्टन दिल्ली के और एक्स कैप्टन यहाँ पे लखनऊ के, बट स्टिल दैट राहुल हैड अपर हैंड ओवर द ऋषभ पंत in terms of popularity in Lucknow right now.
Wow. Shomik, when you think about that, the fact that the Lucknow crowd is saying we will be supporting KL Rahul and we will be hoping for him to do well, but of course they'll be hoping for LSG to win. This was the case in Delhi. Or let's say KKR, when the first match happened, everyone said, we want to see Virat Kohli score some runs, get a half century, but we want KKR to win. That's precisely what the Lucknow crowd will be feeling as well tonight. But do you think there'll be some pride and ego at play today?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. See, things unraveled for KL Rahul last season in just 9.4 overs in that game against Sunrisers Hyderabad. Until then, it was going well, it was going steady. First 2 years, two playoff, stuff like that. And even last year, that unraveling in 9.4 overs against Sunrisers Hyderabad. And as far as Lucknow Super Giants are concerned, it put KL Rahul to the point of no return. Now, KL Rahul has done well, played a match-winning innings against one of his old franchise, that is RCB. He scored 90 odd, the match-winning 90 odd he scored, and obviously pride. I mean, every cricketer who plays for India, who plays at the top level, he is a very very proud cricketer, and I will not say this is a grudge game for KL Rahul. I will not say that would maybe that would be stretching the limit a little too far, but he has a point to prove. He has a point to prove, and we have been witnessing this season that players who have been released by their old franchise before the mega auction, they are coming back to hurt their old franchises. Be it Phil Salt, be it KL Rahul against. I mean, KL Rahul was not released by RCB this time, but we Josh Butler. So from that point of view, this is a serious, and this subplot offers a serious intrigue.
100%. Naman, what are you thinking about when you think of this whole KL Rahul factor in Lucknow today? Abhishek Mishra, told us about the fans, what the fans are thinking, and they want KL Rahul to do well. And quite honestly, Abhishek also told us that KL Rahul has more popularity and fan support than Rishabh Pant.
I mean, yeah, fans are going to support a particular character that has shown something unimaginable when he faced his old club RCB and did that celebration. I think he became kind of a fan favorite. Now, in terms of LSG last season, despite him helping them reach one of the playoffs, I think twice the playoffs, and one time it was not as good. But the unraveling of events last season against Sunrisers Hyderabad, as Shamik sir said, kind of I think put him in the good light and not the club. And this kind of I think makes you a fan favorite, and everyone, even irrespective of the club, he's an Indian player, and everyone is going to support him the way he has been playing for Delhi Capitals. I think they would have wanted him in their side and play like this, help the team in every bit possible. So it is going to be a good matchup. The broadcasters are already pitching it up as a revenge week and all of those sorts that KL Rahul is going to take revenge or whatever it is. But this is something that spices things up, spices the matchup a bit. And I think Delhi Capitals will be geared up with KL Rahul. Also, might be feeling a little fiery on the fact that he wasn't given the respect as he feels. I'm not going to comment anything on that on those lines, but as he feels that he wasn't given any respect, he would be very fiery. I mean, fired up to score today, and I think that's what fans are expecting from him.
अभिषेक, आपने बहुत अच्छे विजुअल सेंड किए हैं हमें। काफी लोग कुछ स्ट्रीट फूड खा रहे हैं, क्या चल रहा है? ये क्या क्या खा रहे हैं लोग? चाट?
Fruit chart mainly, fruit chart and drinks and all those things because you know that it's almost 40 degree here, and right now the temperatures goes down something around 34, 35, but still it was 40 degree around 3 p.m. and you know that humidity was hanging in the air, so it was tough for fans to stay here outside. I mean, the build up you have seen against the Chennai match, that was the heat was a bit low, but today you can I mean you can feel the heat wave. It was very tough for fans to stand outside the stadium without having some cold drink or anything else. So fan was mostly eating the fruit chaat and ganne ka juice and all those things. So I mean this was something that was cooling down the fans. Otherwise the heat they have no option to tackle the heat.
And inside, in on the field, it's only going to get much hotter. So fans need to get
Yeah.
something to cool their system. But अभिषेक, ये भी बताइए, अब केएल राहुल 3 साल से खेले हैं इस ग्राउंड पे, ऑब्वियसली उन्हें भी बहुत अच्छे से कंडीशंस पता होंगे। एलएसजी का होम ग्राउंड है ऑब्वियसली। क्या लगता है किसका अपर हैंड होगा इस मैच में?
आई मीन अगर दिल्ली कैपिटल्स की बात की जाए तो लास्ट 3 मैचेस उनका बहुत हॉट एंड कोल्ड रहा है। वो ऐसी परफॉर्मेंस दिखे नहीं एक्सेप्ट दैट सुपर ओवर में भी जो मैच जीता उन्होंने। बट इधर लखनऊ राइडिंग हाई ऑन द मोमेंटम उनके पास अभी है और लास्ट मैच में अवेश खान ने बेहतर भी किया है। अपार्ट फॉर दैट दिल्ली कैपिटल्स हैज 3 इंपॉर्टेंट प्लेयर्स समीर रिजवी, Bipraj Nigam and KL Rahul itself who played for the Delhi Capital represented their in their jersey Lucknow Super Giants jersey 3 साल से खेला है तो उनको भी कंडीशंस की आइडिया है स्पेशली जो रेड सॉइल की विकेट्स है उस पे केएल राहुल के रन भी बहुत अच्छे आए थे जब जब लखनऊ में मैचेस हुए थे तो वो एक कॉन्सर्न नहीं है। बिपराज निगम ने कल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कहा कि मैंने यूपी T20 लीग यहाँ पे पूरी खेली हुई है, मुझे डायमेंशन का पूरा आइडिया है, पिच का पूरा आइडिया है एंड आई विल बी क्रूशियल इन द टुमारोज मैच। सो कहीं ना कहीं अगर देखा जाए तो दोनों भी टीम का 50-50 मुकाबला है। लेट्स सी दैट as someone from Lucknow, I hope Lucknow wins, but still that Delhi Capital has a bit upper hand. उनका फॉर्म अच्छा रहा है, they are on the top of the table, second place पे है अभी, but still if Lucknow is defeating, they will be on the second place. So most probably I will say that DC has upper hand. उनकी स्पिन बॉलिंग ज्यादा बेटर है, कहीं ना कहीं रेड सॉइल का जो विकेट है वो थोड़ा स्लो होगा तो वहां पे दे हैव द क्वालिटी स्पिनर लाइक कुलदीप एंड बिपराज इज आल्सो देयर। अक्षर में भी अगर उनका फॉर्म लौट के आता है तो दिल्ली के पास कहीं ना कहीं बेहतर ऑप्शंस हैं। लखनऊ के पास भी स्पिन पे ऑप्शन है बट आई थिंक दिल्ली का अपर हैंड है इसमें स्पिन बॉलिंग में।
बिल्कुल शौमिक, at this point it looks like both teams have home advantage here.
Gargi, I will come to that, but before that, मेरा एक सवाल है अभिषेक से। अभिषेक, ये पिच, रेड सॉइल, ब्लैक सॉइल, मतलब प्लेयर्स, मैचअप्स, इसको छोड़ के जो इससे बहुत ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है उसके बारे में हमको थोड़ा बताइए। ये इतनी गर्मी में इकाना स्टेडियम में फैंस के लिए क्या फैसिलिटीज है, पानी का इंतजाम वगैरह वगैरह कैसा है?
फ्री वाटर फैसिलिटीज तो है। आई मीन जस्ट आउटसाइड द ग्राउंड टैंकर्स खड़े हुए हैं। अराउंड हर गेट के पास एक या दो टैंकर्स है फ्री वाटर्स के लिए। एंड इनसाइड भी कंटेनर्स वगैरह रखे गए हैं फैंस के लिए। बट द प्रॉब्लम इनसाइड जो प्रॉब्लम होती है वो जब हाफ टाइम तक वो सारा पानी खत्म हो जाता है और उसके बाद बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होती है फैंस के लिए। और ये रिपीटेडली फैंस ने भी मतलब कंप्लेंट की है कि एटलीस्ट हमें मैच के लास्ट तक पानी अवेलेबल कराया जाए। बट स्टिल फैसिलिटीज जो आईपीएल की तरफ से दी जा रही है या आउटसाइड यूपीसीए और लोकल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की तरफ से भी दी जा रही है पानी को लेके, वो काफी बेहतर है। बाहर हर गेट के पास दो टैंकर्स हैं तो इट्स इजी फॉर द फैंस जो बाहर हैं, उनको पानी पीने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी। उनको हीट को टैकल करने के लिए इतनी प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं होगी अगर पानी के लिहाज से बात की जाए तो।
Okay. Now, Gargi, what was your
That
question?
I was saying, and I mean, on a lighter note, it seems like both teams have home advantage here.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think, Gargi, if you see the pattern in this IPL, uh, I mean, there is no home sweet home. Teams have been losing on their home patch, be it RCB at Chinnaswamy, KKR at Eden Gardens,
Mumbai at
CSK
Wankhede
at
Stadium.
Chepak. So there is no home sweet home. Somehow home sweet home has been ditched. I think it makes the tournament a little. It makes it the whole thing that bit more interesting, because if you are certain about winning on your home patch, then there is a there is a kind of trend, or there is a kind of um, monotony to it. Now it is not there. So you have to, when you are on the road, you have to play out of your skin to make up for that. That offers that little bit of extra competitiveness into the whole setup. But obviously the home teams are not happy.
Absolutely. Naman, and this is something I want to go to Abhishek as well. When you talk about Delhi Capitals is a team that hasn't relied on big individual scores, yet they posted 203 runs against Gujarat Titans. What does this say about the flexibility and the depth of the team that has actually stepped up quite sometimes?
Definitely, the team is a well-rounded batting side. If you just compare it with the LSG side, their most runs are coming from the top order, and all of those three are overseas players who are in the top 10 list. But in comparison to DC has a batting lineup that goes down deep, and every one of those batters is consecutively scoring some amount of runs. Even if we, like you said in the last match, most of the batters were in the 30 to 40 range, and still the team was able to post somewhere around 200 score. So that gives you a positive mentality that irrespective of how the team is faring, if not one player is scoring a big score, the team can still achieve some a target that can put the game out of the opponent's hand. So that is something that they will be looking forward to. But there also remains some weaknesses in the fact that they don't have a proper opening batting setup. Faf du Plessis remains injured, and Fraser McGurk is his form is inconsistent, and that is a big concern for Delhi Capitals, because that kind of puts up a lot of workload or pressure on the middle order to work, and if that fails, then the batting lineup can collapse immediately. So that is something that they have to figure out, because it irrespective however much the runs are being scored by each batters, if there is a slight hiccup in one of those positions, it can lead to a domino effect.
अभिषेक, आपको क्या लगता है इस एकाना विकेट पे दिल्ली की जो बैटिंग लाइनअप है थोड़ी बहुत अनप्रिडिक्टेबल है, बट एट द सेम टाइम काफी अच्छे रन स्कोर्स उन्होंने टोटल्स बनाए हैं और अच्छे दे हैव कम आउट ऑफ क्वाइट अ फ्यू गुड मैचेस.
आई मीन हाँ, मतलब बैटिंग लाइनअप तो अच्छी है। बट एक अपडेट थी जो आई डोंट थिंक प्लेसिस विल प्ले और नॉट, बट यस्टरडे वो नेट सेशंस में काफी देखे गए थे एंड उन्होंने काफी देर तक बैटिंग की थी। तो प्रोबेबली एक चांस है दैट ही विल प्ले एंड ओपन द इनिंग फॉर द दिल्ली कैपिटल। सो आई थिंक प्लेसिस के आने के बाद टीम थोड़ा और बेहतर हो जाती है। जो टॉप ऑर्डर्स में वहां पे स्ट्रगल चल रहा था, अभिषेक पोरेल वो 20s 30s कर रहे थे बट कन्वर्ट नहीं कर पा रहे थे चांसेस. आई थिंक प्लेसिस के आने के बाद टीम थोड़ी और बेहतर हो सकती है और सीरियस हो सकती है. मिडिल ऑर्डर में ऑलरेडी दिल्ली के पास अच्छे बैट्समैन हैं. सो अगर पिच जिस हिसाब से वैसे ही प्ले करती है, दिल्ली अगर फर्स्ट बैटिंग करती है, दे कैन एक्चुअली स्मैश द 200 रन टुडे. They have all the capability and they have all the players who are actually in the form, especially if we talk about the middle order.
और कोई अपडेट है मयंक यादव पे?
Hello,
मयंक यादव पे कोई अपडेट?
hello.
मेरी आवाज आ रही है? नो,
आई थिंक
आई थिंक
थोड़ा सा फंबल हो रही है.
अब आ रही है मेरी आवाज?
आई थिंक नाउ इट्स फाइन.
ओके ओके, मैं पूछी थी मयंक यादव पे कोई अपडेट है क्या? आई थिंक ही माइट फाइनली स्टार्ट टुनाइट.
हाँ, मयंक यादव मोस्ट प्रोबेबली ही विल प्ले टुडे. कल उन्होंने काफी प्रैक्टिस किया था और आई एम लूजिंग द नेटवर्क. आई एम ऑडिबल? ओके, सो मयंक यादव ने कल काफी प्रैक्टिस किया था और इवन पूरन ने भी फेस किया था कुछ देर मयंक यादव को. तो मोस्ट प्रोबेबली हैज अ गुड चांस टू प्ले टुडे. वो पूरी तरह से फिट हो चुके हैं, बॉलिंग करने के लिए तैयार हैं और मोस्ट जहां तक है वो आज प्रिंस यादव को रिप्लेस करते हुए भी नजर आएंगे. लास्ट मैच में क्या सिचुएशन थी, 100% फिट थे, नहीं फिट थे, देन फैक्टर केम इनटू द सीन, बैटिंग कोलैप्स, ऑल दिस थिंग, बट स्टिल इन दिस मैच कल पूरी तरह से कॉन्फिडेंट थे. वो नेट में पूरन को भी काफी देर तक गेंदबाजी किए थे. तो जहां तक है वो आज 11 में ही नजर आएंगे. नहीं तो अगर सब्स्टिट्यूट में आना होगा तो अभी मयंक यादव आज फिक्स है, वो खेलेंगे ही. इज कम्प्लीटली फिट.
Okay, great. Shomik, how does that change things for Delhi Capitals? Because you see that they have been a little too reliant on Kuldeep Yadav. So, this is how does that change things? Mayank Yadav's.
Yeah.
I completely messed the two batting bowling lineups. But what I mean is Mayank
No,
Yadav's
no,
inclusion. How big of a difference does
I
that
got,
make?
I, I got it, Gargi. I got it. The fact of the matter is that Gargi, absolutely no batsman in the world likes to face express pace. You can when you are bowling at 150 kilometers per hour, and believe me, even if he is the best batsman in the world, he is not liking that. So from that point of view, but this guy has a glass body. In fact, he would have played in the last game itself, but uh, Lucknow Super Giants lost wickets in a cluster and they had to bring on Ayush Badoni as an impact sub. Otherwise, Yadav was their impact sub in the last game. But when he is bowling in top fettle and hitting that 150 mark, then that is very, very exciting from the spectator's point of view, not from the opposition batsman's point of view. But he can make you hurry in your strokes, and irrespective, and when you are so quick through the air, in a way you are taking the pitch out of the equation. I remember i remember growing up when West Indies were a powerhouse in world cricket, and they had those four pace squadrons, famed pace squadrons: Andy Roberts, Michael Holding, Joel Garner, and Malcolm Marshall. They used to take the pitch out of the equation. They were so quick through the air. I mean, pitch didn't matter at all. If at Firoz Shah Kotla, whenever they came here, and Firoz Shah Kotla had a famous curator, Sitaram was his name. Otherwise, people used to call Kotla's speech Sitaram special. It used to be a sleeping beauty, complete sleeping beauty. But even on that pitch, only Sunil Gavaskar was facing them, scoring centuries. Otherwise, for a time being, barring Mahinda Ramana, it was, and that was true for every other country, every other opponent. So when a player can hit that 150 mark, that becomes very, very exciting. And yes, if you look, but then again, Delhi Capitals, have the batting wherewithal. The way Karun Nair has shown his resurgence, the way he has been batting. KL Rahul, we all know, is a class act. Akshar has been batting very well. So from that point of view, Gargi, if you look at the bigger picture, if you look at the playoffs, this game is a real 6 pointer. This is a real 6 pointer. The team that wins this game will be on the cusp of reaching the playoffs. Just two more wins will be needed. So from that point of view, it is very very exciting. But once again, uh, Mayank Jadhav returning would be a serious shot in the arm for LSG, provided that he once again doesn't break down mid game. As I have said, he has a glass body.
That has been the case with many fast bowlers recently. But Naman, the question that I actually fused with the last one was the fact that I was talking about Kuldeep Yadav and Delhi Capitals. He has obviously been their standout performer. But do you think DC is too reliant on him when the rest of the bowling unit looks shaky under pressure?
No, I don't think they're too reliant on him. They are reliant on him in certain part of the game, and they are utilizing him efficiently. To be fair, and he is being complemented by someone like Vipraj Nigam, who is also averaging somewhere around 27 or 29 with 7 wickets. So that tells you that he's not. The Delhi Capitals is not just being reliant on him. And in the if it see Mitchell Stark's numbers, I'm not sure what the numbers are, but he has also in the fag ends of the innings somewhere delivered for Delhi Capitals in one or two matches. So I think it's not being reliant on one player. It's just utilizing the qualities of every player wherever they are more. Efficient or more useful, and in that way, I think Delhi Capitals management, whether it be Kevin Peterson or whoever is guiding the captain, is doing brilliantly well because of the strategies they're deploying. And yes, Kuldeep Yadav obviously is a star player. He is their main go-to bowler at the moment with the way he's bowling, the economy rate that he's giving them. Even in matches where the team is conceding 200, he's only conceding more than 7. So that tells you that he is a key figure. But irrespective of that, he's being complemented by a different set of bowlers, and that is what Delhi is doing brilliantly well.
Absolutely. We've got some comments. Asim Hans is asking in DC's last match, GT chased down 200 versus them. Would that impact DC's batting planning if they bat first today? Could they unravel in going for too much? Also, what does it say about DC's bowling? Abhishek, कितना important रहेगा toss? क्या लगता है आज?
I mean, toss will be important as well because अगर देखा जाए एक मैच स्पीच पे दिस सीजन बने थे तो वो डिफेंड कर लिया था समहाउ लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स ने। उसके अलावा जो चेस करने वाली टीम है उसने ही मैच जीता है लखनऊ की पिच पे इस साल। तो कहीं ना कहीं अगर टॉस जीतेंगे तो एक बड़ा फैक्टर रहेगा दैट भी जो भी टीम जीतेगी वो बॉलिंग करना चाहेगी। तो टॉस तो एक फैक्टर रहा है क्योंकि हाइयर परसेंटेज ऑफ विन अगर देखा जाए इस पिच पे इस सीजन तो कहीं ना कहीं वो मिली हुई है। और ड्यू भी एक फैक्टर होती है इस मंथ में अप्रैल के मंथ में। तो टॉस एक बड़ा फैक्टर होगा कोई भी टीम के लिए। कोई भी टीम अगर वो आती है तो टॉस एक बड़ा फैक्टर होगा। वो बॉल करना चाहेंगे क्योंकि वही हाईली प्रोबेबिलिटी है मैच जीतने के लिए जो अभी हुई है इस सीजन।
All right, Shomik, when we talk about it, what are you looking forward to any matchups? Anything specific that you'll be looking out for? KL Rahul versus an Avesh Khan or a Tristan Stubbs versus Ravi Bishnoi? Anything?
No, Gargi, I'm not a big fan of matchups, but a couple of things I would be keen to. I would be pretty keen to. One is that Mayank Jadhav's return, if he comes back to the fold, I mean, if he is once again bowling like wind, that is one thing because that's very very exciting when a fast bowler is bowling at that speed. Another thing is Abdul Samad. I mean, we have been lavishing praise on the LSG top order, Aiden Markram, Mitchell March, and Nicholas Pooden, obviously. But uh, Abdul Samad's contribution somewhat has slipped under the radar in the sense this is a guy who has been scoring, who has been playing the role of a finisher, and scoring at a strike rate of 222. Even in the last game, the way he took Sandeep Sharma to the cleaners, scored 30 runs of 10 balls, and eventually that proved to be the difference. Although it was a royal choke from Rajasthan Royals, but eventually that was the difference between the two sides. So Abdul Samad doing has been doing a great job as a finisher down the order. So these are the things I always like to watch Kuldeep Yadav bowl, because I believe he is the world's best spinner across formats. And Mitchell Stark, being Mitchell Stark, he is a great bowler in his own right. So I will not go for any particular matchups, but I will have my eyes on these fantastic players.
अभिषेक, इस वक्त करुण नायर के लिए ऑफ कोर्स बहुत लोग देखना चाहते हैं कि करुण नायर और क्या कर सकते हैं, स्पेशली वो दिल्ली में जो उन्होंने परफॉर्मेंस की थी, बहुत ही बढ़िया कमबैक था उनका। लेकिन एलएसजी मतलब लखनऊ के क्राउड का क्या कहना है करुण नायर को लेके?
अ, लखनऊ के क्राउड का स्पेसिफिकली अगर मैं बताऊं तो अभी तो नायर को लेके काफी किसी ने बात वैसे की नहीं है, बट स्टिल पीपल आर होपफुल जब वो बातें करते हैं कि दिल्ली कैपिटल का मिडिल ऑर्डर काफी अच्छा है, तो कहीं ना कहीं वो करुण नायर को भी उसमें फ्रेम में रख के, क्योंकि करुण नायर ने जो कर दिखाया लास्ट 3-4 मैचेस में, चाहे वो मुंबई के अगेंस्ट मैच हो या चाहे और भी उनकी इनिंग्स हो, तो कहीं ना कहीं एक इम्पोर्टेंट फैक्टर तो है ही करुण नायर। और लोग वैसे जो कह रहे हैं कि दिल्ली का मिडिल ऑर्डर अच्छा है, तो वो करुण नायर को फ्रेम में रख के ही बात कर रहे हैं कि करुण नायर है तो इसलिए अच्छा है। राहुल भी है, बाकी और भी फैक्टर्स हैं, बट स्पेसिफिकली किसी से ऐसी बात नहीं हुई करुण नायर को लेके भी लखनऊ के क्राउड से।
Gargi, Gargi, just a point here.
Yes.
About about Karun Nair, if Karun Nair wants to go to cooler climes and see greener pitches, his game might well be one of his auditions. Although it's a completely different format. Uh, if Mayank Yadav can hit his straps, the matchup you were talking about, Karun Nair versus Mayank Yadav, if he can handle that express pace without any discomfort, I I guarantee that will impress, irrespective that the red ball cricket is a completely different format, but that will impress the national selection committee.
Absolutely. We're only a minute away from the toss. But Naman, at this point, the playoffs, I'm not on mute, right? Okay, yes. The playoff spots are really tightening. Do you think this game feels more than just a mid-season fixture? Could it be a momentum turner for either sides here?
Yes, definitely. It is going to be a momentum shifter for either side. I think Lucknow won their last match, but DC, on the other hand, has only won one game in last three games, and that was also in the super over after Mitchell Stark produced that excellent final over and that super over. And so I think DC is at the moment on the lower side. They last weren't able to, in the last game against GT, they weren't able to defend 200. So that is something that will be playing in their mind. And with this game, a lot of things will be going on every player's mind. Rahul might be thinking that he's facing his whole team. He has to prove a point, something on those lines. Karun Nair might be feeling that this might be an audition. So there's a lot of things that might be going in the player's mind. But at this moment, DC will be thinking that if they are able to get a victory here, they will be in a better spot. They're already second in the table, and I think after winning this game, they will be joint first position, barring the net run rate that GT holds. It's spectacularly well, so that is a big difference. Irrespective, I think both teams will be looking to win this game either ways. LSG is on fifth and 2 points behind the top. I mean except the first position, the other four are on 10 positions. So this kind of gives the momentum to any of these teams. Whoever wins it and puts them ahead of the other team in the table.
Okay, I think we've lost Naman there, but I believe we have the toss update. Do we? Uh, okay, so we have the toss update. It is Delhi Capitals who has won the toss and opted to bowl first. So अभिषेक, अब जो टॉस का रिजल्ट हमें पता चल चुका है, क्या लगता है आपको कौन जीतेगा? प्रिडिक्शंस बताइए आपके.
Hello. Actually, I lost the word. Can you repeat, Gabi? Hello.
आपका प्रिडिक्शन बताइए.
Delhi has won the toss, so I will go with the Delhi.
Simple and straight. Shomik, what about you? What do you think?
Delhi Capitals.
Delhi Capitals. Wow. Naman?
Yeah, I think with the toss in Delhi's favor, I'm also going to be. I think Delhi will win it today, hands down.
All right. I'll be the black sheep and say that I think it's going to be LSG. Let's see who it really is. Let's see who it is. But thank you so much, Abhishek, for joining us and sending these wonderful visuals. Thank you, Shomik, and Naman as well. We'll be back at the end of the show, at the end of the match. So don't forget to join our show then. And